Martin Heidegger's essay, The Question Concerning Technology, was originally published in German as Die Frage nach der Technik in 1954. It is a significant work in the field of existentialist philosophy and the philosophy of technology. Heidegger examines the nature of technology and its impact on human existence, revealing his thoughts on the essence of technology, its consequences for humanity, and the need to think more deeply about our relationship with technology. To start off, what does technology entail? When you try to respond to this question, how do we understand its meaning? Though these are only instances of technology, you might be tempted to enumerate the gadgets you use on a daily basis, such as computers, televisions, cars, cell phones, and more. They don't explain what technology is, and perhaps more crucially, they don't always explain what technology's significance is in connection to human life. Martin Heidegger and other philosophers are concerned with philosophical meaning, essence, or simply what technology is. According to Heidegger, technology and its essence are not the same thing. A collection of mechanisms, instruments, or instances cannot capture the essence of technology. Furthermore, technology is not fundamentally technical. The essence is not in attempting to comprehend tools as neutral things and their properties, but rather in our experience of them. Thus, we need to adopt a philosophical perspective in order to understand the essence of technology. German philosopher Martin Heidegger is most known for his book Being in Time, which was published in the 20th century. Though it was written in 1953, his article The Question Concerning Technology is really an edited version of a lecture he gave in Bremen, Germany in the 1950s. He's addressing a group of individuals who had recently experienced the destruction caused by the World War II, which was largely caused by the scientific advancements. For example, in 1945, the United States unleashed two atomic bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hitler's ascent to power was partially due to his radio transmissions. In 1950, the Nazis carried out the extermination of Jews, the crippled, and others they deemed unworthy of life using newly developed technology, including factories that resembled concentration camps, and at the same time, radios had gained popularity. Technology seems to have the potential to wipe out humanity.
Heidegger approaches a technological problem from the standpoint of a philosopher who thinks that we frequently lose sight of things in our daily lives and must rediscover their importance and purpose. He sees philosophy as an odyssey that leaves us with unanswered questions. In the view of Heidegger, questions are not just raised by ourselves. People ask us questions. We are drawn to and compelled to consider questions. We follow the questions on their route. The greatest method to confront problems is to establish a free relationship that exposes the essence of technology to our human lives. Thus, we can claim to have discovered the essence of technology if we are able to uncover our relationship with it. Heidegger introduces two common concepts of technology. The first definition of technology is instrumental, according to which it is a tool that humans use to employ to achieve particular goals. Tools and machines with a purpose make up technology. They serve us. They serve us as tools or means to an end. The second definition of technology comes from anthropology, which considered it as human endeavor. We employ technology for personal gain. The methods and the objectives are our creation or a human activity. Although these two ideas are closely connected, according to Heidegger, they fall short of capturing the essence of technology. According to him, these definitions don't explain how humans interact with or perceive technology. So it essentially remains at the surface level. The conventional translation of the German term Wesen is essence, seeking the genuine meaning of essence via or by way of the correct meaning is one of Heidegger's main goals. Eventually, he will demonstrate that Wesen does not only refer to what something is, rather, it also refers to how something follows its path and continues to be what it is throughout time. Heidegger asks what it means for something to be an instrument in an attempt to capture the essence of technology. He tries to respond to this by drawing on a concept from classical Greece. Aristotle's notion of the four causes is widely used concept in philosophy, having been accepted by both the ancient Romans and the medieval philosophers. According to Aristotle, there are four causes for anything to exist. The first is matter, or the constituents of an object. Form, or the shape of that item, comes in second. Therefore, it is actually impossible to think of matter and form apart. According to Heidegger, an object must always contain both substance and form, which is why they are interdependent. The final cause of it is its purpose or its aim. What is this thing? What is that thing for in Greek? This is called the telos, or last is the efficient cause, which is the person who made it. To create something, one must understand the matter, form, and final cause. Yet, Heidegger was questioned about the similarities among these four factors. They let something come into being. They reveal something in order to make it develop. Heidegger used the philosophy of ancient Greece to explain the many ways that things manifest or become apparent. These terms are specifically physis, poiesis, and techne.
So, firstly, physis is the ancient Greek word for nature, means the arising of something from out of itself, as in the bursting of a blossom into bloom. The verb to grow, to develop, and to become is the root of the term, the method by which a flower blooms inherent to it. Secondly, poiesis is also a process by which things appear, but not from out of themselves. Poiesis is the act of coming forth in front of another person, someone who brings it to reality. The word oasis comes from ancient Greek and means bringing something into being through human activity. It is derived from the verb to make and is used to characterize all things made by humans. The third one is techne, which is a very specific kind of creation. It involves the actions, skills, and expertise of an artist or craftsperson who creates tangible things. As Heidegger puts it, techne is to be entirely at home with something, to comprehend it, and to possess expert knowledge of it. All three of these processes explain how anything comes into being, since, like poison synthesis, techne brings forth and discloses. So for Heidegger, this means that all three reveal some truth about the world. For Heidegger, the word true does not mean correct. The concept is correct but very narrow. It has to do with statements or propositions that we make. Is a statement true or false? That's a very black and white way of thinking about truth. Heidegger believed that existence was more complex than right or wrong. He refers to truth as a process of unveiling or unconcealment, using the term aletheia, which comes from ancient Greek. Letheia was a river in ancient Greek tales that would erase your memory if you drank its water, so it has to do with concealing or anything being concealed. A is none or on, therefore, aletheia denotes unconcealing. The meaning of the word is to bring something that was previously hidden to light. According to Heidegger, the purpose of truth is to expose something. It suggests that there is a more profound layer that is still hidden and has not yet been made public. This notion of the truth makes sense when considering the arts, though there is more to it than simply the marble or clay in their transformed forms. The sculptor and potter each convey something different in their work. When Heidegger states that technology is a means of exposing truth, he is describing the paradigm of truth. So, is modern technology a techne? Is it a mode of revealing? You can initially believe no. Big factories, machinery, and mechanical systems are part of modern technology. A carpenter who crafts a chair is not the same as someone who operates a lever on a machine in a factory. A carpenter is someone who is involved in every step of the process and has extensive knowledge of how to create things. They're not only work they're not only working as machines, therefore the carpenter is knowledgeable about the complexities of the wood, such as whether it is too dry to carve, how much pressure it can withstand, and how to manipulate its distinct grain. It is evident that carpentry is a techne that discloses information about wood. How could a giant factory reveal something?
So Heidegger views modern technology as a challenging form of revealing rather than a techne in a sense of craft. According to him, a challenge is an unjustifiable demand for energy that can be collected and stored from nature. Modern technology views everything in nature as energy to be collected and stored, whereas techne draws out and shows different elements of it. It homogenizes everything. He gives an illustration of a windmill which works best on windy days. Because a windmill works with nature instead of imposing its will on it, as an industrial energy factory would, it is not a modern technology. Heidegger also contrasts traditional farming practices with industrial farming. In traditional farming, the soil is worked with closely, growth seasons are managed, and various problems including infestations, excessive rains, and droughts are addressed. It's a method of revelation that reacts to what nature provides. Industrial farming, on the other hand, places demand on the soil. It grows plants that it has modified to flourish in various climates. Everything is carried out as efficiently as possible using machinery. Heidegger refers to it as a new order that expedites, unlocks, and exposes nature. It is imposed upon nature. The highest return at the lowest possible cost is its aim. According to Heidegger, modern technology gives the impression that nature is under our control. We rule it and extract resources from it. A river can have its flow altered, dammed up, and its energy extracted. In the view of Heidegger, it is crucial that everything be converted into energy, a uniform, consumable unit by modern technology. For example, the same amount of energy produced in a coal industry is the same amount of energy retrieved from a river dam. Once the coal and the river are converted to energy and stored, they become one and the same. Heidegger believed that everything in modern technology could be saved for later use. In German, he refers to this as a Bestand or standing reserve. Things with modern technology only waits for us to utilize them. Heidegger uses an airplane as an example. It has no significance as an item. It has relevance as it is a component of an airport, an order, air travel, and the entire air transportation system. Nobody's plane is important. It is only waiting for us to utilize it on the runway. You take another if you miss the first one. Its usage is determined by its arrangement, and its position is significant, exclusive in that regard.
This is why Heidegger refers to modern technology as in framing. Establishing or framing everything as a ready supply is known as inframing. It makes things clear, but only by reducing nature to a highly specialized hierarchy of purposes. Technology reduces everything to a calculable, controllable, and exploitable resource. And framing encourages us to view the world as a standing reserve, something to be ordered, controlled, and exploited for human purposes. The mindset obscures the deeper essence of things and distances us from the natural world. There are several instances of enframing in the modern world that come to mind. Consider the differences between standard suburban layouts that show their houses and yards in a style that appeals to the real estate market and extremely ancient towns or natural settings. Consider the layout of a supermarket. Everything is prepared and wrapped so you can grab it and go. You don't think about where the chicken came from. With modern technology, everything just appears to be there for us, awaiting our use. Beyond that, we see nothing. This suggests that the specific perspective on the world held by people is the essence of modern technology. According to Heidegger, this kind of relationship really poses a threat to our survival and our ability to interact with the world around us. It creates the false impression that we are the creators of everything. So let us consider the movie Upgrade, way back in 2018, which vividly illustrates the societal impact of technology, showcasing a world deeply entrenched in technological reliance. The film highlights a society where technology, while promising enhancement and convenience, also brings forth profound challenges. Moreover, it presents a cautionary tale about the dangers of ceding control to technology as individuals become increasingly vulnerable to external manipulations and surveillance. Through ethical dilemmas and a world where the integration of technology in the human body blurs ethical boundaries, the movie prompts contemplation about the consequences of technological dependence, raising critical questions about social equity, control, and the erosion of personal autonomy in a world driven by technological advancements. Another danger of modern technology can be seen in the documentary titled The Great Hack, which can be viewed on Netflix. Indeed, today's technology helps people connect with each other, no matter the distance. However, the threat of data exploitation exists, which was tackled in the film. Data has become a valuable asset that can be misused and weaponized to wage cultural and political war. A person's behavior, movements, and interests can be predicted by the technology, which can be used to influence their decisions. So, modern technology operates under the premise that we can manipulate nature to get what we desire. The world is nothing more than a construct that we have created by imprinting our thoughts and ideas on it. If this is true, then we will never experience anything that is not a part of ourselves. While truth can be revealed by modern technology, its scope is relatively restricted. The reality is that things are made by humans. In fact, a lot of aspects of modern technology are hidden in ways that are detrimental to human survival. It hides the reality that there is something that is not used or engaged in by humans. For us to use nature, it has to give us something. A portion of this process of becoming or unconcealment is disregarded. For these reasons, by considering earlier human activities of revealing, techne, and poesis, Heidegger hopes to confront the threat that modern technology presents. In contrast to modern technology, techne and oasis perceive themselves as unveiling that was previously hidden and are sensitive to nature. These are methods of connecting with nature that do not objectify it or turn it into standing reserve. They realize that the vast, enigmatic richness of nature, and everything the planet has to offer are necessary for human creation. So the danger of forgetting being was emphasized by Heidegger that technology has a profound impact on our understanding of being, which refers to human existence. He argues that the essence of technology poses a danger because it can lead us to forget the true nature of being. When everything is reduced to resources and means to an end, we risk losing sight of our essential connection to the world, the sacredness of things, and lastly, the mystery of existence.
Even Heidegger enjoyed being near nature. In the Black Forest Mountains, he had a little cottage where he wrote. He liked to educate his students by wandering in the woods and having them follow him. Additionally, he harbored strong concerns about the new technologies of his era, including radio, television, and plane travel, which he claimed altered our perception of time and space. He addressed this in a lecture titled The Thing, which he delivered concurrently with a technology-related query. He contends that technology has made it possible for humans to communicate and travel across long distances quickly, as well as acquire experiences that would otherwise be unattainable. However, he claimed that nearness is not brought by this frenetic elimination of all distances, since nearness is not the same as closeness. Thus, despite the appearance of reduced distances, our perception of the world remains further from reality than it has ever been. So, the saving power of thinking. Heidegger suggests that the only way to address the dangers of technology is through the saving power of thinking. He encourages us to engage in reflective and contemplative thinking that reveals the essence of technology and helps us confront the challenges it poses. This involves a deeper understanding of being and a willingness to question our relationship with technology. Heidegger proposes that we turn to poiesis, or a form of artistic or poetic creation, and meditative thinking as ways to conquer the enframing technology. These activities enable us to reconnect with the world in a more contemplative and open manner, allowing us to experience the world's true essence. So in summary, Heidegger's The Question concerning technology delves into a profound philosophical implications of technology in modern life. He challenges us to think critically about our relationship with technology, highlighting its impact on our understanding of being and the world. Heidegger's works serve as a call to engage in a more mindful and reflective thinking to confront the challenges and dangers posed by the essence of technology in the contemporary age. So what do you think of this explanation of the essence of modern technology? So is Heidegger simply a troglodyte of having to adjust to a new environment, or does he have a point?